Hello everyone, welcome back to the weekly Forex analysis. Let's get going and start off with the DXY. And last week, if you remember, we were expecting DXY to make a consolidation and then continue its move up, take out the top and create a new higher high. And as you can see, the price moved more than 200 pips in our direction. In the coming week, I'm expecting the price to make a consolidation, potentially a deeper one, and head towards the trend line before resuming the uptrend. We can also get a small pullback here and then continue up, but personally, if I want to trade this, I would wait for a deeper pullback and a reaction around the trend line, and I would also consider this support zone. So if the price will give me a bullish reaction from the support or from the trend line, then I'm gonna be looking for a trade up. For Euro USD, last week we were expecting the price to make a small consolidation and then drop, continuing the bearish momentum. So as you can see, the price moved 230 pips in our direction, and in the coming week I'm expecting the price to engage into a deeper consolidation, which means that we can see the price slow and steady pushing back up, potentially towards this trend line. Personally, I would wait for the price to reach the trend line or to reach this resistance level here. So I'm gonna draw it for you guys as we speak, and I'm gonna be waiting for a reaction at one of these two levels, a bearish reaction followed by a small pullback. If that happens either from the resistance, either from the trend line, then I'm gonna be looking for my sell setups. For Pound USD, last week we were expecting the price to push back down after a small consolidation, similar to Euro USD, and my target was the relative equal low area. And as you can see, the price exceeded my expectations. It moved 322 pips towards the downside, and in the coming week I'm expecting the price to engage into a deeper pullback, potentially towards the trend line. At least that's what I will aim for before resuming the downtrend. So this is my expectation for Pound USD. We need this deeper consolidation so the price will gain more momentum towards the downside, because as you can see, we didn't got too many big pullbacks along the way, and with DXY potentially correcting, I'm expecting all the majors to follow that in the opposite direction. For dollar yen, last week we were expecting the price to continue the uptrend, break the previous top, create a new higher high, and as you can see, my analysis was spot on. The price moved 400 pips towards the upside, and now we might see a deeper pullback occurring on the DXY. I'll be waiting for the first trend line to see if we break it and consolidate below. If we get a consolidation and a bearish reaction after a breakout, then the next target is the second trend line. This also is a correction in the grand scheme of things for the price to push back up. We are in an uptrend on monthly and weekly on all the yen pairs, so I'm expecting the price to make a consolidation, head towards the first trend line, if not the second one, and then we'll see if we get our reaction. If not, this could continue to push back up like this, but at some point it has to correct. So personally, this will be the move that I will follow. After this pullback, I'll be looking for my buy setups again. So watch these two levels, and also if it breaks the second level in a worst case scenario, this could only be good news because we will have the opportunity to buy it from a lower level. Okay, for Usdcad, last week we were expecting two scenarios. I was saying that personally I would wait for the price to consolidate, break out towards the downside, take out this low before pushing back up. But I was also stating that if the price will give you small candles towards the upside, breaking the previous top, creating a new higher high, then this has the potential to continue up without any pullbacks. So for this week, I don't see any buy setups, but what I will do, I will wait for a sell setup towards the trend line. I won't be engaging into any sells, but I'll wait for this consolidation to finish to catch the next move up. This consolidation is very much needed here because as you can see, the trend is very strong towards the upside, so we need at least something like this, if not something a bit deeper before resuming the uptrend. If you draw the Fibonacci level, you will see that the price didn't even retrace that much along the way, so it needs to push back down at least towards the equilibrium area at some point, not necessarily from this level, but I'm gonna be expecting a deeper pullback soon to occur before the price will push back up. Okay, so this will be basically the trigger for the bigger time frames, this pullback for the price to push back up, but at some point it has to drop. The trend line will be a good indication for that. If it drops, we'll see if it will give us a breakout and continue down as a deeper pullback, or if it will bounce from the trend line to create a new top. Okay, Pound yen, another perfect analysis on our side. So if you remember last week, I was saying that the price reached this supply level, so the price started to drop, and my advice was to wait for a pullback, a sideways move, and let the price drop one more time to take out the previous low as a correction, because also this one, similar to dollar yen, this is only a correction in the grand scheme of things. The price could push back up from these levels, or it can continue to correct and then drop one more time, which personally this will be my take. But as you can see, our forecast was correct. The price moved 400 pips in our direction, and in the coming week I'm expecting here a consolidation after this break of structure and one more move towards the downside. For gold, another amazing setup. Gold move 1,500 pips towards our target. So I hope you guys made a lot of money on this bearish move. So if you remember, I was saying that if we get here a consolidation, then the price will push back down to take out the previous low. That was the first scenario. The second scenario, which also was bearish, was that the price could push back a bit deeper from this level, give us a bearish reaction, and then continue to drop to take out the previous low again. So as you can see, the price moved 1,500 pips in our direction, and right now it just broke the daily trend line, and my expectation is that the price will have to consolidate here, potentially towards the 4-hour trend line located here before another move down. So I'm expecting gold to still be in an uptrend on the higher time frames, but on the lower time frames, I'm expecting this correction to push down, potentially hitting the 2.5k level, okay? Silver, again, we were expecting last week correction and then another drop. And as you can see, the price moved almost 200 pips in our direction. So similar to gold, for silver, I'm expecting the price to make a consolidation before dropping one more time. This is on the higher time frames as well a correction, so this might push back up a bit deeper before resuming the local downtrend. Okay, for oil, another good analysis. The price dropped almost 400 pips in our direction. Last week we were expecting two scenarios. First one was that if we get here a consolidation at the market open or during the week, the price will drop, take out the previous low. And the second scenario was that if the price will create a breaker, take out the previous two highs and then pull back, then the expectation was that will continue up. So as you can see, very important to wait for the price action and for your setup to develop. So this was the consolidation, this was the drop. We got another consolidation along the way. The price dropped again. So now in the coming week, we have to wait and see if the momentum will continue. Personally, you know me, I don't like to counter trend. So if we get here a consolidation, then most likely the price will drop again. The only thing that will change my mind would be a strong breakout of the trend line, pullback, and the bullish reaction towards the upside. So again, two scenarios for oil in the coming week. For DAX, last week we're expecting the price to consolidate and then push back down after this bearish candle. Instead, the price pushed up, took out the top, and reacted from this supply area from the previous swing, and then it dropped in our direction. So in the coming week, I'm expecting the price here to make again a pullback, potentially reaching the trend line, and very important here to watch for the price action to see if we get a correction. The chances are that we will break out and continue towards the upside. If not, if the price action will give you a reaction towards the downside followed by a small pullback, then this will continue to drop. For NASDAQ, I was expecting two scenarios last week. The first one was a small consolidation and then continuation towards the upside to take out the previous top, creating a new higher high, and the second one was a deeper pullback before continuation. So this caught me a bit by surprise. The price dropped more than I was expecting. So in the coming week, if we see here a pullback, then I'm guessing that the price will drop one more time to take out this low, create a lower low, and we'll see if we get a reaction from this demand area that I highlighted here. At the moment, there are no buy setups. The price is dropping hard towards the downside. So we have to pay close attention to the price action. If we get here a range, then most likely will drop again. If not, if the price will push back up sharply, then potentially this will head back up, but I don't see a setup forming at the moment. Bitcoin, if you remember, I was expecting the bullish momentum to continue. You know what happened in the previous week. The price reached the $93,000 level. So as you can see, another correct forecast. And in the coming week, I'm expecting the price to finish this consolidation, potentially drop one more time before continuing the uptrend. And the next target is a bit mainstream, but it is our next target as well, is the $100,000 level. So let's see if we get this consolidation, if the price will start pushing back up again, or if it will decide to make something deeper here before continuing towards the 100k level. Okay, so with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed my analysis. Don't forget to hit that like button and also subscribe to my channel. And if you have any other requests for any instruments that you'd like me to cover, head over in the comment section below, drop me your pair, and I will add that to my watch list. In the meantime, I wish all of you a happy trading week ahead, and don't forget to trade with care.